Mr. Gay Mitchell, for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I first of all say that I don't often agree with Michael Cashman on all of the issues he raises, but just in response to the last speaker, neither myself nor Mr. Cashman are seeking re-election to the European Parliament. So what I have to say has nothing whatsoever to do with elections or Mr. Cashman or anything else. May I say first of all that the presentation given by UNA this morning is really impressive and uplifting. Great progress has been made and it is really within our reach to deal with this issue, and we must give it every support we can. It does not help with dealing with AIDS if the death penalty is being used or severe prison sentences are being used to drive homosexuality underground. May I say that often, as happens in these debates, certainly on the European side, the word religion has been thrown in as one of the reasons for the law. Well, I am part of the Roman Catholic Church, and the church I am a member of condemns the death penalty. We do not support the death penalty, and any suggestion that it has religious support is totally wrong. I do accept that we sometimes try to export our culture from Europe to the developing world, and I think it is a very reasonable point to make. However, in relation to the death penalty, I want to say that I am on the record in the Irish National Parliament, where I was a member for a number of years, at least on 16 occasions that I could find, in raising the death penalty. On no occasion was it in the developing world that I raised that issue. On many occasions it was in the United States. And I want to say this to colleagues here. Do you want us to patronise you, or do you want us to treat you the same as we would treat New Zealand or Norway? If New Zealand or Norway introduced a law like this, we would make the very same points. And that is the issue that needs to be considered. It is not, to me, alarming that Uganda and Nigeria or others would introduce this. What is alarming is that ACP countries would support it and somehow feel that we are not advocating an indivisible human right by saying the death penalty is barbaric. People are not born thieves, they are not born murderers, but some people are born heterosexual, other people are born homosexual, and what consenting adults do in the privacy of their lives is not a matter for law, and certainly should not be a matter for the death penalty. To propose this is nothing short of barbaric. I want to just say in conclusion, Chairman, that I do think it is very useful for us to have a debate in this House on these issues. In relation to majorities and minorities, in 1943 the majority of people in Germany would have voted to retain Hitler. It is only when things went wrong. It is not to do with majorities and minorities, it is to do with right and wrong. To execute somebody because of their sexuality is wrong, and it will be wrong whether it is done in Nigeria, Uganda, Ireland, New Zealand or Norway. The majority of people outside Pilate's palace screamed for the release of Barabbas. Have we learned nothing from history, nothing from majorities and minorities? Things are right and wrong of themselves, and what is proposed here is wrong. And I repeat, what is even worse is that by their silence and by their applause, ACP countries that consider themselves civilised are supporting this. This is unacceptable. We will take action against this. If you wish to react against that, that is your choice. But we will not sit down on what we see as an abuse of human rights, whether it is in Norway, Finland or Uganda. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. I now turn to